Hello, and welcome back to Pump with Purpose. So I am here to talk about a truth. I'm going to say a truth about using used pumps. And that is whether it's gifted to you, that is whether it's on buy, sell, trade market, that is if it is through a company that the better thing is if it is with the company, hopefully they will have inspected the pump and looking at their policies and how they go about before they resell a pump. But regardless if it's free or you're buying it used, I just want to talk about a truth. So this pump was gifted to me. It is staying in my stock inventory list until I can find another Lansino Smart pump. But there's nothing, I was going to do a review on it, and I hooked it up and realized like it's not operating in the way that I would have wanted it to be able to come to you with a review. So it makes a sound and all of that, but it's nothing to do with the pump. It's just a used pump. And so I wanted to take the opportunity to talk with you about a truth in used pumps. You can reuse per se a used pump because it's a closed system pump. The open system pumps like your Medela pump and style Advance, also known as Medela Pisa, it's not recommended to be reused because it's open system. Take it for what it's worth. Closed systems, they have the backflow protector that protects any milk or anything from getting into the motor. So just be aware when you are getting used pumps, make sure, you understand what you're getting yourself into. If it's free, it's per se not costing you anything as far as money, but just making sure that you understand how someone is using the pump, how they've used it, how long they've used it, how many hours they put on the pump, because you may not be getting the most effective use out of the pump if it's already been used beyond its useful life of a pump. And it's hard to say what that is with pumps. And unless you know what the pump is like new, you don't know if over time it is losing strength or losing some of its useful life, of course, because you didn't know what it felt like new. So it is a very touchy topic because I understand pumps are already expensive. Please believe me, I know that. I just want you to understand a truth in it. And I'm saying a truth and not the truth. I'm saying a truth is that please always, always, always try to ask as many questions as possible to make sure you understand how the pump was used, how often the pump was used, how many hours if possible. They can kind of tell you. If it's someone making sure they cleaned it correctly, making sure they weren't out there washing the tubes and, not making sure to whirl the tubes around in the air, or not making sure, to make sure to get all the water out of it. They did wash the tubes, even though for me, I throw away all tubes. I don't wash them, but that's just me. So I'm saying that to say not everyone cares for a pump in the same way. And so you really want to make sure you have an understanding of what you're getting yourself into when you're getting a used pump. Also, if you're paying for a used pump as well, there is a financial risk in that as well. If you get it and it's inoperable, or it's not working like promised, or it's been used longer than what they said and it's not, functioning correctly, just understand that I am not saying that anything is wrong with it. What I'm saying is, if you're going to buy a used pump, a truth is to make sure you have an understanding of what that pump has been through. How many hours, how it's been used, how it's been cared for, as much as possible. I get it. Some of especially the popular pumps, you may not want to ask the seller or the person you're getting from all these questions, but just note that a truth is that there is a risk in buying used pumps or getting used pumps. Just wanted to throw that out there for the record. It's not a fancy topic to talk about, but when I got the pump and I hooked it up and it was not sounding right, it was not, acting right, I was like, luckily, the pump was free. Luckily, I'm not using it. What I did pump out of it, I discarded because usually, unless I'm going to use the pump and it's new, then I won't give my children any used milk from a used pump. That is just what I do. That is how I feel about it. And I just want to let you know that there is a truth when getting used pumps. Please, please, please. Not saying anything is wrong with it per se. If that is what you choose to do and it's this decision that you make, an informed decision, because that's what I'm all about. I am all about people making informed decisions with the information available. And the information I'm telling you is that there is a risk in using used pumps. Not saying that if people do it all the time, I completely understand. I just wanted to let you know that there is a truth in it, just to be careful and to ask as many questions as possible when getting a used pump. And that is regardless if it's closed system or an open system pump. You really, really, really just want to ask how it's been used, how long it's been used, to know, every pump, eventually can begin to mess up. And I don't want you to get something and think that that's the way the pump is operating, because it's, losing some of its life. And so just want to let you all know, give you something to consider, something to think about, and just something to let you know so you can make an informed decision. So this is Dr. Dixon. Until next time, we'll pump with purpose.